Hello everybody and welcome back to Dana's Coloring Obsession. This is supposed to be Sundays are for whips. I guess this is a whip technically since it was started last month, huh? But this will be the last video. Yay! Dana's gonna finish the color along. Sorry about my voice still. I cannot get rid of this virus. I'm trying. But I hope you are all well. And I hope you're having a good weekend. And I cannot believe we're past the first week of January already. It's crazy. Anyways, I love how this is coming out. I did a few things off camera, not anything big. We already talked about or showed you how I color and shade presents. I just did a yellow present using dark cadmium yellow and cadmium yellow. And then I used same blues as the pants and things, the phthalo blue and light phthalo blue on the ribbon, and then on the present over here. And then the reds are the same reds that we used on everything else. Okay. What else did I do? I did use the warm gray 2 and warm gray 4 just to put a little bit of shadow, if you can see, a little bit of shadow under the duck's wing and down on the bottom of her belly and up to the top of her tail and then above the scarf. I used the phthalo greens from the ribbon on her scarf. And then we're doing everything else together. I did use orange glaze 113 on her beak and her feet, but that was it. That is it, I promise. We're doing everything else together. I just needed to get a few little tiny details done so that, sorry if I sound out of breath, guys, I'm trying. So that we're finishing this today. So I wanted to get a few of the little details out of the way so that we could tackle everything else. So yeah. All right, I'm going to kind of start, I'll zoom you in, but I'm going to start over here and kind of just work our way this way and then up on the house and be finished with the chimney, I think. Well, no, actually we'll be finished with the Thule Art paint pen because I'm going to show you how I'm going to do some of the snow and then I'll real quick do it and then we'll be done. So we're going to start over here with this sign. Let me zoom you in. Excuse my voice, you guys. Let's see. I am going to use brown ochre 182, and I think the sign and the handle of the shovel and stuff are going to be pretty light browns, I think. Well, yellow sort of almost. Well, I guess light yellow ochre. So these two colors, and I'm going to start with the light yellow ochre. And I'm going to kind of shade in here and almost flick. Towards the center. And it's kind of going to be liney, and that's good because it'll represent like the grains in the wood a little bit. And the middle is going to be kind of lighter. And then I'm going to take the brown ochre and do the same and kind of fill in the back here though. Almost like doing hair in a way. And then I'm going to lightly kind of just fill in that white so that it's actually brown still. Go a little bit over this yellow that I went ham on over here. And then I think I'm going to get a little bit darker. I know I said we were going light, but this is pretty dark though. I don't want to go red though. Okay, we're going to use some burnt umber a little bit because this is a little bit too yellow for me. So we're going to kind of darken up the edges here. And we're going to I'm going to use the brown ochre real quick. Just kind of through the center. Okay, and then I'm going to use the burnt umber again on the stick that's holding it up. And then the brown ochre. And I left a little tiny sliver for the yellow ochre. Just on the outside there. Grab the brown ochre a little more over here. There we go. Sign done. Woohoo! Wow, don't woohoo, Dana. My voice can't woohoo right now. All right. Let's see. We're gonna get rid of. Oh, not yet. I need to hold on to that heart. Okay. So now we are gonna do the shovel. I got out my cool grays because we're gonna change up the grays here with the shovel and the mailbox. And I got, let me get my hearts real quick. I have cool gray 6. I keep saying cool, it's cold. Cold gray 6, cold gray 4, and cold gray 2. So we're going to start with my darkest color, which is the cold gray 6, which is there. And I'm going to follow Erie's line here. And then the kind of the outside line of, well, is that? I think the only wood parts are the handle and this part. I think the rest is metal, or at least that's how my shovel's going to be, because that's what it looks like. Because it doesn't separate here at the head of the shovel, so I don't think that's wood. I'm just going to do this part dark because it's super skinny, and that way it'll contrast from the rock wall. Okay, so there's that, and then I'm going to take the cold gray 4. Oops, sorry, bumped the mic. And I'm going to kind of go out from there. You know what? I'm going to take this 6 again real quick. I think we're going to do a little bit of a deeper shadow here on where the snow is, like where it's into the ground as well. Okay, sorry. Now I'm back to 4. I am going to go back to 6 again to deepen everything up, but that's after I do Cold Gray 2. Here, and don't worry, I'll blend that out. And then we're going to use Cold Gray 6 again. Sorry, I know I'm covering it up just a second. Okay. And then Cold Gray 2 lastly. Okay. And now I'm going to go back to the Burnt Umber. And then to the Brown Ochre. And blend. And there's our shovel. Okay, I need this to go over here. All right. Next, oh, we have to do his arms and his mouth. Whoops. And that's just going to be light. Brown ochre. You guys can do something fancy on that if you want, but when they're this small, I can't shade anything anyways. I hope you don't mind. And like I said, you can use the different variations if you can. And more power to you if you can blend more colors in one on little tiny things like that. Okay. I'm going to scooch the page over and we're going to zoom in on the kiddos. Just a second. My voice might not survive this. Might not survive this video. Okay, let's see. The basket and the apple. So let's do the apple real quick because that's an easy peasy lemon squeezy. We're gonna take madder and deep red. Okay, so the madder is our darker color. My arm's gonna cover that up. And I'm going to do the underside of this apple. And around the stem. And then I'm going to take the deep red and do the rest of it. I'm going to go back in with the madder and smooth out. That transition a little bit. Put a little bit over here. There we go. There's our apple. And our basket. I'm going to do the burnt umber and the brown ochre again. Just going to shade. Oops, I'm sorry, that was the burnt ochre. No, burnt umber. Sorry. And here's the brown brown ochre. Holy goodness gracious. Okay, I'm gonna go with the burnt umber a little bit more. And then go back to the brown ochre for the rest of the handle. And there's our basket. The bags, the fence is going to be brown. Should we have the bags be gray? Yeah, let's do cold gray for the bags, only because he's standing right in front of the wood fence and I don't want it to all blend together. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Where did I put my hearts? There they are. Okay, let's see. We're going to go with Cold Gray 6. Or can I put this so you guys can see? And I'm going to just shade. This will work out perfect because I'll have the cold grays in my hands and we'll just go straight to the mailbox. Okay, and then we're going to use 4. And then we're going to use 2. Okay. All right, so now we're going to work on the mailbox and then we'll do the little sign. I'm going to start with dark gray, so cold gray 6. And let's see, we're going to be doing some shadows. So let me think here. Have it dark over here. And on the ground, obviously. Kind of go up the side here. It's going to not quite be as stark a difference as I was hoping. Versus the wall, anyway. Sorry, wait here. We'll set it right there. I think that's the handle. Is that going to be wood? Probably. You know what? I might outline. Did I put my black away? Okay, I am going to get out the black, number 199, and I'm just going to kind of outline this outside edge here. To help us distinguish what's what. There we go, see? There. I'm liking that better. Okay, let's go with Cold Gray 4. And then 2. I'm gonna grab the 4 again real quick and get rid of this tiny little circle thing I got going on. There. Not so bad. Okay. Back to 2. And I'm gonna just fill in this here, and then I'm gonna go back over lightly, and then I'm gonna go back over with the 6 just on the edges and fading in. And then I'm going to grab 2 again and go back over that. Okay, and then I'm going to use burnt umber and brown ochre. I did it! I said them correctly. And I'm going to shade the handle on the mailbox just like I did the handle on the shovel. Like that. And then I'm going to use the same colors here on the sign. Burnt umber first. Get the edges. And then I'm going to kind of go in with the brown ochre. And go back in with the burnt umber. Create those lines a little bit there. Okay, the sign's done. Now for the fence and the shutters. Oh, I'm nervous. Okay. I just want this to not look silly. I'm not good at this, you guys, so bear with me. You might want to wait and watch and then and then do your own thing if you don't like what I did. But I am going to start. Let me see here. I got all kinds of colors going on. All right. We don't use brown ochre on this. Okay, excuse me. All right. I'll have a card for everything that I use. But we've got 5 colors here. Burnt sienna, 283. Burnt ochre, 187. Ivory, 103. Burnt umber, 280. And light yellow ochre, 183. Okay. And like I said, I'm going to get my cards out as I use them. Take a sip of coffee real quick, my voice. All right. So as my base, I'm going to take the burnt. Okay. Yeah. As my base, I'm going to take the burnt ochre. And this is going to be kind of a reddish wood. And I'm going to flick down and flick up. But kind of go all over. The kiddo is kind of in the middle of things here, so that's where my other colors are going to kind of go. Okay, I'm sorry. That was the burnt ochre. And now I'm going to take the light yellow, the light yellow ochre and kind of fill in this highlighted area. Like so. And we're going to go back, don't worry. And then I'm going to take the burnt sienna and kind of go over where we did our burnt ochre. And just kind of make it grainy looking a little bit. I am going to make it darker here. I'll probably use the umber for that too, but I'm going to go over this again. I know it looks all sketchy. And then I'm going to take the burnt umber and we're going to darken up the lines between. And down here at the bottom. Okay. Trust the process, hopefully. All right, go back in with some burnt ochre. And some burnt sienna. Oh, I'm sorry. We're doing burnt ochre and burnt sienna. Right now I'm out with the sienna. We're going to go back in with the burnt umber too. Okay. little more burnt ochre. I don't know that I'm going to use the ivory. Right now I'm just kind of going over some of the spots that maybe have some white, or not going over the lines because I want the lines there, but kind of just meshing things a little bit together with this, with the burnt ochre, so that it's not so harsh. All right, I'm going to go back in, whoop, throwing things a little bit with the burnt umber, and I'm just going to put a little bit more where I think it needs it. I definitely need to practice more on fences, but it actually doesn't look terrible. At least in real life. I don't know how it looks on camera. We'll see, huh? When I edit. Okay. All right, there's the fence. Okay, I'm going to start with burnt umber. And we've got lines here this time, so now it's not as difficult as this one for me. Actually, I'm going to sharpen my pencils real quick. We've kind of got a dull edge going on. Stand by. Okay. Burnt umber. All right, I'm going to do this a little bit different. I was trying to do it the way that Shell from Shell's coloring journey does hers, and I need to practice her method, her technique, before I just do it. I'm just going to do what I feel is how I would do it. Still using her color combination though. I actually like the fence, but I'm not an artist, so making my own lines and wood grain is not very easy for me. And of course, I give myself the expectation that I want it to look like Shells right when I'm done, and that's just not realistic because she's amazing. You guys go follow Shelly. I will put her channel in the description below. One of her favorite mediums is the Faber-Castell Albert Dürer. Durer watercolor pencils, which are in the same family as the Polychromos, Faber-Castell. And I just got those for Christmas, and I'm super excited about that. Right now, all I'm doing is I'm outlining with the dark. And then I'm going to blend everything together, but I'm just going to do this and start this way. Okay. There's our start. Oops. Oh, I did do it. Okay. I thought I didn't have my card out. I didn't see it for a second there. All right. And then I'm going to take the burnt sienna. And just follow my lines and just go on the outside of them to fill in a little more of the wood, a little at a time. If that makes sense. Okay. And then I'm taking burnt ochre. not talking. All right, and now I'm going to take a little bit of this light yellow ochre. I'm going to be very cautious with it because I don't want it to be super yellow. I'm going to just check out how this is going to look. Oh yeah, just be light with it and kind of run over the burnt ochre that you just did, and it mixes well. Just be cautious because you can really make it look yellow. But that just helps it blend a little bit before I use any ivory. Okay, and now I'm going to take the ivory and kind of blend in the highlighted spots. Sorry. Okay, and that's how I would do it. So I'm going to do the other two just like we did this one, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back, everybody, and everything is done. Woohoo! Well, not everything. We are going to do the eave here together, and then the chimney and this little eave. Let me, actually it'd be easier to move the camera. Stand by. There we go. Okay, I am going to take burnt umber and do my shadows. Sorry if I have a random cut or something right now or in the next few minutes or so, because I've got a tickle in my throat, which means I'm going to start coughing. So I might have a weird random cut. I'll try to make it as seamless as possible if I have to cough. Okay, and now I'm going to take burnt sienna. Okay, and now I'm going to take burnt ochre and very lightly go over the burnt sienna at the very edge of it. Like that over the whole eave. Same with the little rungs here. And then I'm going to take light yellow ochre over the edge. Okay, and then I'm going to do the other side. And now we're going to go do this eave here a little bit different. I'm just going to shadow this. Like so. Oops, sorry, with the burnt umber. Where can you see this? There you go. And then I'm going to take the burnt sienna. And then I'm going to take the burnt ochre. And then I'm going to take the yellow ochre. Okay. Excuse me. And now I'm going to scooch it to the chimney. Chimney. There it is. And we are going to take the Cool Grays, but we're going to shade like we did the wall. I'm going to take my, where are my hearts? There they are. Cool Gray 6. Cold, not cool. For Pete's sake, Dana. All right. And I'm going to do the L shape like I did before with the darkest color. And then I'm going to take Cold Gray 4. Go right next to it. And then Cold Gray 2. And blend. And I'm going to take Cold Gray 6 again and make it a little darker. And then I am going to take the black, where did I put you? 199, and just outline the L. Like that. And I'm going to do that for all of those bricks. I'll be right back. And there it is. Now, let's take, sorry, I'm moving my hearts here. Let me zoom you out into one of the trees, or maybe just, we'll just do this. I'll move you. Okay. I am going to take my Toolyart white acrylic paint pen and shake it up real good. Sorry if you can hear that and it's annoying. And I'm going to take a scratch piece of paper and make sure that it's flowing good. Okay. Oh, focus camera. There we go. And we're going to do this one piece of snow here. I'm just going to outline it. There we go. Just like that. Now you guys can use anything you want, what your preference is for, whether it be a Signo or a jelly roll or a paint pen. Paint pens for me work better, but that's just my preference. There's a whole bunch of them out there, so whatever you have, obviously, you don't have to have a Toolyart paint pen. But I'm going to outline all of the snow just like that. I'm not going to do the footprints, like I said before. Okay, so see the footprints here? I'm not going to do those. Because I just feel like if I circle them like that, they're just going to look like big circles on the snow, and they're not going to look like footprints. So I'm going to leave that. But I am going to do all of the trees, the snow on the eave, on the wall, and by the wall on the ground. And I'll be right back. Okay, everybody, there it is. All finished. So cute. I like it. Hope you do too. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me. I know I'm a slow colorist and I was sick on top of that, and this is like the 5th video, but we did it. Thank you for hanging out with me. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Oh, real quick, don't forget that I have a hashtag running this month. It's actually every month, and I switch it up with the month name, but it's hashtag Forever Friends Jan 2024. So Jan. And it friendship has to do with friendship. Like this could mean this will work because they're all friends. Like it's very lenient. But yeah, I'd love you to participate, and just make sure you tag me in Instagram, Dana's Coloring Obsession. If you post the picture that way, so I can go ahead and include you in the slideshow at the beginning of every month from the following month's entries. So anyways, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.